In part 1 of this video series, we introduced you to your split dedicated hosting product's HDD disk space and how to easily create a new directory to store your backups on your HDD to free up space for your faster performing SSD disk. In this brief tutorial, we'll show you how to move the media directory of your Magento installation onto your HDD disk space. Typically, the media directory is the largest directory of a Magento installation due to its storage of all product-related images. If you have a Magento store with a large number of products, the media directory can grow quite large, consuming a large amount of your SSD disk space. We'll begin with using a standard default installation of Magento and SSH to easily move the contents of the media directory to our newly created media directory on the HDD disk space. While this example will be specific to Magento, the concept is the same for any directory you wish to move to the HDD disk space to free up your available SSD disk space. Before we begin, let's take a look at our current disk usage in the control panel. In this case, we're using 10.3 gigabytes of HDD disk space and approximately 12 gigabytes of SSD disk space. The SSD disk space is being used by the operating system software and by a single installation of Magento. Using SSH, we can see that the media directory is using 4.5 gigabytes of disk space. Moving the contents of the media directory to the HDD disk space will free up this 4.5 gigabytes of SSD disk space to be used for more appropriate data. Let's take a quick look at the website we'll be modifying so we're familiar with how the page displays. The first thing that we want to do is put the Magento installation into maintenance mode. This will temporarily disable the website so that no new files or caching is written to the media directory that we are going to be working on. We can now see that the website is in maintenance mode by refreshing the web browser. Next, we want to rename the media directory so we can create a new media directory using the control panel's Manage HDD Usage utility. Using SSH, we'll rename the media directory to media-old. Now that we've renamed the media directory, we'll go back to the control panel and click on the Manage HDD Usage link. Here we can see the backups directory that we created in the previous video in this tutorial series. We'll now create a new directory for the Magento media directory by entering the path to the media directory in the directory path field. Clicking the Setup Directory button will create the new media directory on the HDD disk. You'll see this new directory listed at the bottom of the page. Back in SSH, we can see the new media directory listed. The next step is to move the contents of the media-old directory to the new media directory we just created on the HDD disk space. This could take a little time depending on the size of the media-old directory, so have a little patience with this process. We can verify that the contents of the media-old directory have been moved by listing each of the directory's contents. We can now delete the media-old directory since it's no longer in use. Now we can remove the maintenance flag that was previously put in place. Let's go back to the web browser and confirm that the website is functioning properly and that all images are being displayed as expected. Looks great. Now we'll go back to the control panel and review our current disk usage. We can see that our HDD disk usage has increased by approximately 4.5 gigabytes, and that our SSD disk usage has decreased by the same amount, freeing up this SSD disk space for more important usage. Keep in mind that while we used the Magento application for this demonstration, this is by no means Magento specific. The exact same steps would apply to recreating any directory on your HDD disk space. If you find that you are running low on your SSD disk space, you can now use the Manage HDD Usage utility in your control panel to create new directories on your HDD disk space and move files or directories as you see fit, freeing up the valuable SSD space. This concludes the Manage HDD Usage Control Panel Utility tutorial. As always, if you have any questions or require additional assistance, please open a support ticket and we'll be happy to help you.